verse 69. The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, and Levites have not put away from them the strange people of the land, nor the pollutions of the Gentiles. That's all. You look at, to be with these other nations, you're being polluted. Say pollutions of the Gentiles. That's why I say you're not brainwashed. Your mind is polluted. Your brain polluted. I mean, it's a fact. Nor the pollutions of the Gentiles, to wit, of the Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Jebusites, and the Moabites. All those are Africa, just Moabites, Chinese, Egyptians, Moabicans, and Edomites, so-called white people. For both they and their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land. And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity. See? It's sin. It's wickedness. Listen to what Ezra did. And as soon as I heard these things, I rent my clothes. He tore his clothes and the holy garment and pulled off the hair from off my head and beard. That hurt. And sat me down, sad and very heavy. Now, look at 1 Ezra 9 and verse 7. So Ezra arose up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed the law. That's why they said, read us the law. So what do you say? You have transgressed the law in marrying strange wives, thereby to increase the sins of Israel. And now by confessing, give glory unto the Most High, power of our fathers, and do his will. Now he's telling you, Ezra was a very powerful man. He's a very powerful priest and scribe. Whereas the Most High gave him more than he gave Moses. He said, and do his will, and separate yourselves from the heathen of the land and from the strange women. So that's what I was reading. In verse 36, all these had taken strange wives, and they put them away with their children. That's why you see they're asking Ezra to read the law to them. Read the law to them. Refresh their mind, just like we have to go over the laws. Like you go everything else, you got to go over the laws. That's why I'm going over, seeing how important the law is. And we're looking at it in the Apocrypha. It's right here. So, you see it's the same thing in the Apocrypha as it was in the Revised Version Bible, the same story. Let's look at 1 Ezra 9 and 39. And they spake unto Ezra the priest and reader that he would bring the law of Moses that was given of the Most High power of Israel. So Ezra, the chief priest, brought the law unto the whole multitude from man to woman. So we read. And to all the priests to hear the law in the first day of the 7th month, which is, like I said, the new moon and the feast of blowing of the trumpets. And he read in the broad court before the holy porch from morning unto midday. You see how they coincide? Before both men and women, and all the multitude gave heed unto the law. See, the law of the Most High. And Ezra, the priest and reader of the law, stood up upon a pulpit of wood. He was a pulpit of wood above the people, which was made for that purpose. And there stood up by him Mattathias, Simas, Ananias, Azarias, Urias, Ezekiel, Balasamus upon the right hand, and upon his left hand stood Baudelus, Misael, Milchiah, Lothus, Subas, and Nabarias. See, then took Ezra the book of the law before the multitude, for he sat honorably in the first place in the sight of them all. And when he opened the law, they stood all straight up. So Ezra blessed the Most High power, the Most High, the power of hosts, power of armies, Almighty. And all the people answered. I don't think they said that. Hallelujah. And lifting up their hands, they fell to the ground and worshiped the Most High. I say that because, this is something that people say, and they inserted this in there. Like I said, Bible time, well, yeah, they inserted that in there. Like they put God and Lord in there. That's European inventions, and Ammon deal with the different God, Ammon Ra. So, and that's where you see whenever you have prayers, that's what you say at the end. So you give homage to him. I give homage to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Period. So Ezra sat up on a pulpit, which is off the ground. So he was above the people, and he had 6 men on this side and 6 men on that side, and he taught as they read. He gave the understanding. This is what you're seeing. As you see us do, that's why we do it. So from there, let's look at go to the book of Tobit, the 6th chapter. Tobit, the 6th chapter. And we're gonna look at Tobit 6 and 12. Now, this is a story about every time a sister would marry a man, an evil angel would kill him. And so let's read verse. So the angel of the Most High had given him a potion that they're going to use to kill this evil angel. So let's start at verse 10. Tobit 6 and 10. The angel said to the young man, "Brother, today we shall lodge with Rachel, who is thy cousin. He also hath one only daughter named Sarah. I will speak for her, that she may be given thee for a wife. For to thee does the right of her appertain, seeing thou only art of her kindred." We had the right. We had the right to marry within our tribe. And the maid is fair and wise, so she's beautiful and she's very intelligent. Now therefore hear me, and I will speak to her father. And when we return from rages, we will celebrate the marriage. For I know that Rachel cannot marry her to another according to the law of Moses, right? According to the law of Moses, she can't marry her to another, but he shall be guilty of death, because the right of inheritance does rather pertain to thee than to any other. Okay? So let's go to Numbers. Hold that. Go to Numbers 36. Numbers the 36th chapter and verse 6. Numbers 36 and 6. We're going to read 6 to 8. 36 verse 6. This is the thing which the Most High does command concerning the daughters of Zelophehad, saying, let them marry to whom they think best. Only to the family of the tribe of their father shall they marry. See, said to marry whoever they wanted, but let them marry someone of the tribe of their father, same tribe. So shall not the inheritance of the children of Israel be moved from tribe to tribe. So, excuse me, the inheritance that you receive is for that tribe. That's why I say it can be removed from tribe to tribe. So shall not the inheritance of the children of Israel be moved from tribe to tribe. For every one of the children of Israel shall keep himself to the inheritance of the tribe of his fathers. Meaning the lands that they were given, we're going to make sure that we continue to maintain those lands. The inheritance within those lands. And every daughter that possesses an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Israel shall be wife unto one of the family of the tribe of her father, that the children of Israel may enjoy every man the inheritance of his fathers. So it says, let me continue. Neither shall the inheritance remove from one tribe to another tribe, but every one of the tribes of the children of Israel shall keep himself to his own inheritance. So when we had our land, even as the Most High commanded Moses, so did the daughters of Zelophehad. So Mahlah, Tirzah, and Hoglah, and Milcah, and Noah, the daughters of Zelophehad, were married unto their father's brother's sons. That's cousins. So they were married to their cousins. And they were married into the families of the sons of Manasseh, the son of Joseph. And their inheritance remained in the tribe of the family of their father, Manasseh. These are the commandments and the judgments which the Most High commanded by the hand of Moses unto the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho. So that's how the tribes, inheritance remain amongst those tribes. Go to Numbers 27:1. Numbers 27:1. Then came the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh, the son of Joseph. And these are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, and Hoglah, and Milcah, and Tirzah. See? So those are his daughters, and they stood before Moses and before Eleazar the priest, and before the princes and all the congregation by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, this is what they tell him: our father died in the wilderness, and he was not in the company of them that gathered themselves together against the Most High in the company of Korah, but died in his own sin, and had no sons. He only had these daughters. He didn't have any sons. Why should the name of our father be done away from among his family, because he have no son? Give unto us, therefore, a possession among the brethren of our father. And Moses brought this cause before the Most High. And Most High spake unto Moses, saying, daughters of Zelophehad, speak right. Thou shalt surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brethren, and thou shalt cause the inheritance of their father to pass unto them. You hear that? So the inheritance is going, like he already said, we already read, it's going to be of the tribe that they're from, so they can remain in that land and not be all mixed up. And thou shalt cause the inheritance of their father to pass unto them. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a man die and have no son, then ye shall cause his inheritance to pass unto his daughter. You don't have a son, pass the inheritance to the daughter. And if he have no daughter, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his brethren, to his brother. And if he have no brethren, Then you shall give his inheritance unto his father's brother. Then you go to the father's brother. You all know brothers? You go to the father's brother. Same tribe though. And if his father have no brethren, then you shall give his inheritance unto his kinsman that is next to him, of his family. Somebody of his same tribe, maybe his cousin, his aunt, uncle, or someone. And he shall possess it. And it shall be unto the children of Israel a statute of judgment, as the Most High commanded Moses. See? So, let's go back to Tobit. It's the law. So you're missing out on this if you don't have it. If you don't have it, you're missing out on this. Tobit, the 7th chapter. And let's read Tobit 7 and 9. So he commanded the matter with Rachel, and Rachel said to Tobias, eat and drink and make merry. For it is meet that thou shouldest marry my daughter. Nevertheless, I will declare unto thee the truth. See, he says it's all right for you to marry my daughter, but I'm going to tell you the truth. What's been going on? I have given my daughter in marriage to 7 men. 7 men. He said, I'll give my daughter to marry 7 men who died that night they came in unto her. Died that night they came into her. Nevertheless, for the present, be married. But Tobias said, I will eat nothing here till we agree and swear one to another. Rachel said, then take her from henceforth according to the manner, but thou art her cousin. See, that was her father's brother's child. And she is dying. And the merciful power give you good success in all things. All right? Then he called his daughter Sarah, and she came to her father. And he took her by the hand and gave her to be wife to Tobias, saying, behold, take her after the law of Moses, and lead her away to thy father, and be blessed. And he blessed them, and called Edna his wife, and took paper and did write an instrument of covenants and sealed it. Then they began to eat. After Rachel called his wife Edna, and said unto her sister, prepare another chamber, and bring her in thither. That's the wedding chamber. Which when she had done as he had bidden her, she brought her thither, and she wept. And she received the tears of her daughter, and said unto her, be of good comfort, my daughter. The Most High power of heaven and earth give thee joy for this thy sorrow. Be of good comfort, my daughter. So we go into Tobit 8 and 1. I just love the story. And when they had supped, they brought Tobias in unto her. And as he went, he remembered the words of Raphael. That's Raphael, the archangel of healing. And took the ashes of the perfumes and put the heart and the liver of the fish. It's the potion that I told you he made to kill the evil spirit thereupon, and made a smoke therewith. So he put it on fire, made a smoke. The which smell, when the evil spirit had smelled, he fled into the utmost parts of Egypt, and the angel bound him. After that, they were both shut in together in the wedding chamber. Tobias rose up of the bed and said, sister, arise, and let us pray that the Most High would have pity on us. Then began Tobias to say, Blessed art thou, O Most High, power of our fathers, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And blessed is thy holy and glorious name forever. Let the heavens bless thee and all thy creatures. Thou made of Adam and gave him Eve, his wife, for an helper and a stay. See, that woman was made to help and to stay. Of them came mankind. Thou hast said, It is not good that man should be alone. Let us make unto him an aid like unto himself. So one supposed to be an aid like unto the man. And now, O Most High, I take not this my sister for lust, but uprightly. Therefore mercifully ordain that we may become aids together. And she said with him, Hallelujah. So they slept both that night, and Rachel rose and went and made a grave, saying, I fear lest he also be dead. So he said, he went, made a grave. So I figured that he might have died too, like everybody else that went into it. 7 men, that's a lot of men. All of them died. But when Rachel was come into his house, he said unto his wife Edna, Send one of the maids, and let her see whether he be alive, if he be not, that we may bury him, and no man know it. So the maid opened the door, and went in, and found them both asleep, and came forth, and told them that he was alive. Then Raphael praised the Most High, and said, O Most High, thou art worthy to be praised with all pure and holy praise. Therefore let thy saints praise thee with all thy creatures, and let all thine angels and thine elect praise thee forever. Thou art to be praised, for thou hast made me joyful, and that is not come to me which I suspected. But thou hast dealt with us according to thy great mercies. Thou art to be praised, because thou hast had mercy on two that were the only begotten children of their fathers. Grant them mercy, O Most High, and finish their life in health with joy and mercy. Then Rachel bade his servants to fill the grave, and he kept the wedding feast 14 days. Wow. They partied for 14 days, or 2 weeks. But before the days of the marriage were finished, Rachel had said unto him by an oath that he should not depart till the 14th day of the marriage were expired, and then he should take the half of his goods and go in safety to his father, and should have the rest when I and my wife be dead. So I'll give you the rest inheritance when they die. Both of them died. That was beautiful. So from there, we're going to look at Tobit 14. Tobit 14. And look at verse 9. It says, But keep thou the law and the commandments, and show thyself merciful and just, that it may go well with thee. See, you're telling them, giving them instructions. Say, but keep thou the law of and the commandments, and show thyself merciful and just, that it may go well with thee. You tell them, this is last words, but it's very important, because look at Psalm 78 and 5. This is what our forefathers were told to do, and it's written for our learning, our admonition. Psalm 78 and 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel. which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children. See? That's why he said what he said. He's telling them, but keep thou the law and the commandments, and show thyself merciful and just, that it may go well with thee. Say, for he established a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. See? That they might set their hope in the Most High, their faith in the Most High, and not forget the works of the Most High, but keep his commandments. Hear that? So the fathers supposed to teach the children the commandments of the Most High. It might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation. That's how he looked at us. A stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their hope, their heart aright, their mind aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with the Most High. That's what you see in here. So let's continue. That's what he said. He told them, hey, before I die, that's what I want you to do. Keep the commandments of the Most High. You think it's not important? Let's continue. Ecclesiastes, the second chapter. Ecclesiasticus, second chapter. And this is a good chapter. I love this chapter. You can read the whole thing. Study this. It's pretty self-explanatory. Apocrypha is pretty self-explanatory. So Ecclesiasticus 2 and 16. It says, they that fear the Most High will seek that which is well-pleasing unto him. You're going to seek that which is well-pleasing to the Most High, what will please the Most High. And they that love him shall be filled with the law. You hear that? They that love the Most High shall be filled with the law. So, if you filled with the law, then you're going to know, especially your New Testament buffs, 1 John, the 5th chapter, go there. In the New Testament, 1 John 5 and 3. But this is the love of the Most High. What's the love of the Most High? You say you love him. This is the love of the Most High. That we keep his commandments. Yeah, that we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous. That's the love of the Most High. 2 John, just go to the next book, 2 John 6. And this is love. This is love. That we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment that, as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it. That's the love of the Most High, is to keep his commandments. Do what he say do. So look at Ecclesiasticus, the 9th chapter, and verse 15. This is what it says. Ecclesiasticus 9 and 15. Let thy talk be with the wise. Say, talk with the wise. In all thy communication in the law of the Most High. Hear that? All thy communication in the law of the Most High. See? And let just men eat and drink with thee. And let thy glory and be in the fear of the Most High. So he said, let thy talk be with the wise. In all thy communication or your conversation in the law of the Most High. It's very important. Go to Joshua 1 and 8. Joshua 1 and 8. Right after we came out of the wilderness, going into our land. Most allowed Joshua and Caleb to bring us into our land. He told us this in Joshua, first chapter. Joshua 1 and 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. That's why he's saying communicate in the law of the Most High. The book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. And when you do this, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous. You're going to be prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. See that? You're going to be prosperous and have good success in the eyes of the Most High. But you got to follow the laws of the Most High. Ecclesiasticus 10 and 19. Ecclesiastes 10 and 19. They that fear the Most High are a sure seed, and they that love him, I already said the love of the Most High is to keep his commandments. Commandments are not grievous. And honorable plant. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed. So all you preachers out there that's saying we not under the law, but you under mercy and grace, and you a Gentile, and the mercy and grace only came to the Israelites. You know about that in Wisdom of Solomon 4:15 and Wisdom of Solomon 3:9. But you hear what it say? They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed. You're a dishonorable seed. They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed. Deceivable seed. And that's sad because you got to look at, see, people don't think about it. When I think about it, because I'm an analytical thinker. But when you look at Revelation 12 and 9, who you really working with? Revelation 12 and 9. And the great dragon, which is rare, you read about that in verse 3, was cast out. That old serpent in Genesis, the 3rd chapter, called the devil and Satan. Called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Hear that? Lied to the whole world. He was cast out to the earth, and his angel were cast out with him. So who you really working with? And for? Because when I look at 2 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, and I look at verse 14, they say they lied, right? They just say they lied. It says, and no marvel, it's verse 14, 2 Corinthians 11:14, for no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers, so Satan got ministers, also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness. See, that light and righteousness dealing with the laws of the Most High. Deuteronomy 6:25 and Proverbs 6:23. Righteousness is defined in Deuteronomy 6:25, and the light is defined in Proverbs 6:23. The law of the Most High. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their work. See, verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers. Hear that? Deceitful workers, lying workers, lying to the people, transforming themselves into the apostles of Mashiach. Transforming themselves, but not really there. That's why I say, what he say? Whose end, verse 15, whose end shall be according to their works. He already told you the end. You're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. You're a goat. You're going to be cast to the lake of fire. Because you're leading our people astray. You're lying to them. It's very important. Ecclesiastes 10 and 19 again. They that fear the Most High are a sure seed. And they that love him by keeping his commandments and his laws, an honorable plant. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed. You regard the law of the Most High, you're a dishonorable seed. They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed. It'll lie in a minute. So, from there we're going to look at Ecclesiasticus 11 and 15. Ecclesiasticus 11:15. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the law are of the Most High. Love and the way of good works are from Him. So the commandments are from Him. That's the love we just read. Love is the keeping of the commandments. 2 John 6. Wisdom, proper application of knowledge, knowledge and understanding of the law are of the Most High. Love and the way of good works are from Him. Error and darkness, ignorance, not knowing, had their beginning together with sinners, those that transgress the laws of the Most High. And evil shall wax old with them that glory therein. Hear that? Evil's coming unto them that glory in not keeping the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Most High long suffering, so just because he's not expedient in bringing forth His judgment, it's coming. The gift of the Most High remaineth with the righteous, and His favor bringeth prosperity forever. Remember, say, meditate on the laws. Thou should not, you should meditate on the laws day and night, that thou may be prosperous and have good success. The gift of the Most High remaineth with the righteous, and His favor bringeth prosperity forever. Just have to be patient. Okay, let's look at Ecclesiasticus 11 and 15. Look at Ecclesiasticus, the first chapter, the 26th verse. If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Most High shall give her unto thee. Say, you desire wisdom, keep the commandments. Look at Ecclesiasticus 21 and 11. He that keepeth the law of the Most High getteth the understanding thereof. See, you keep the laws of the Most High, you get the understanding thereof. And the perfection of the fear of the Most High is wisdom. He that is not wise will not be taught. See, he that is not wise will not be taught. You can't teach them nothing because they're not wise. They don't want nothing. People don't. You'd be surprised. It takes a lot of work to do this. And it's very amazing how people take lightly the judgment that's coming on this earth. As you see now, everybody's safe in their home, they're saying. You can't go wherever you want to go. You can't do whatever you used to do. You gonna make it happen? Make it happen. Make stores open. You can go do what you usually did. The gym and sporting events and all that. Make it happen. You can't do nothing. But you should be home trying to learn these laws of the Most High to be blessed, because these are the end days. And even to get better, he says it's going to get better, because you got to catch you with like a thief in the night. You ain't going to be expecting it. But those that are versed in this Bible have taken the time to learn all of this lessons of life, going to be ready. A lot of you going to be caught staggering because you're influenced by this world. You're drinking the wine of this world. You've been influenced by this world. The world set up to send you straight to hell with it. Listen, he that is not wise will not be taught. So he that's not wise, you won't be taught. But there is a wisdom which multiplieth bitterness. See? You shouldn't be bitter because you don't know. You should just take the time to learn or ask to be taught. That's what it's all about. All of us have to be taught. No matter who it is you see that's dropping this truth, they had to be taught. Every last one of us. We had to be taught. The spirit just don't stop. He's not with me. Keep on growing and giving this, take this and look at this, and look over here, look over there. And keep growing. You don't stay stagnant. Like these are the things that I figure that we need to see in the Apocrypha that I haven't seen anybody brought out. So the Spirit say, bring it out. So you see how important the law is. It's right here in your face. So we're going to Ecclesiasticus 17th chapter. Now let's go to 15. Ecclesiasticus 15:1. He that feareth the Most High will do good, and he that have the knowledge of the law shall obtain her. See? He that feareth the Most High will do good, and he that hath the knowledge of the law of the Most High shall obtain her. See that? Verse 11. Say not thou, it is through the Most High that I fell away. For thou oughtest not to do the things that he hateth. What he hate? He hates sinners. See, Most High hate all sins. Verse 20. He have commanded no man to do wickedly. He ain't commanded no man to sin. Neither has he given any man license to sin. You hear that? He have commanded no man to do wickedly. Because the Most High is righteous. But when you do wicked, you draw that evil to you, then the Most High going to send Satan and the imps, and that we just read, the ones you believe in. He have commanded no man to do wickedly. Neither hath he given any man license to sin. And we read sin is transgression of the Most High's law. So he gave no man license to transgress his rules and regulations. Now let's go to 17. Ecclesiastes 17. And verse 10 and 11. And the elect, that's 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, shall praise his holy name. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob forever, the memorial to all generations. Beside this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for inheritance. See that? He gave us the law of life for inheritance. Go to Exodus, the 19th chapter. Exodus, the 19th chapter. And let's read from verse 16. Exodus, the 19th chapter, and verse 16. So I know a lot of y'all don't, this don't faze you that much because it's boring. It's like we're dealing with the law. All you want to hear about is yourself. Israelites. But this is pertaining to Israel. It's very good that you see this and actually be able to look at what's in this Apocrypha. Exodus 19:6. And you shall be